on correlated T and correlated T. There are, I am just giving you just basics. If you want to ask anything about that, you can ask. On correlated T and correlated T. Uncorrelated T is calculated when the data relating to t-test comes from two independent groups. Section A student, section B student. They are two independent groups. They are not the same student. And if you compare them, you have to go for an uncorrelated T. But if both the data are from same group, then you have to go for calculating a correlated T. Uncorrelated T is called T for independent samples. Correlated T is called T for correlated samples. And when to carry out a correlated T? If the data, both data, you know that to carry out T, you need two sets of data. Please, 1 minute.
Hi guys, we are on which page of the book? I can see mean samples correlated and uncorrelated. Where is this T test in the book? Anyone? If anyone can share. Hello? Preeti, can you share where are we on the T test in the book?
Wait, I'm just searching. I think so. It's
Now t-test. Correlated T, uncorrelated T.
Sir, can I ask? Oh. Yeah, sir. T test.
Now, yes, sorry, I have to be interrupted. Now tell me, what is the question? Anybody? T-test. Any specific question about T-test? Someone is asking a question.
No, sir, we were just trying to figure out where is it in the book.
T-test, correlated T, uncorrelated T. Correlated T is when both the data are on the same sample. For example, you want to know whether a teacher is teaching well or not in the classroom. What you can do, you can take mathematics teacher, suppose you can take the marks of students before the teacher has taught, and then for 3 months the teacher will teach. Then after the teacher has taught, you will take the marks of the same student. Now you can compare the mean and say whether that is different or not. That is a correlated situation. When both the data are, you get both data from the same group. And when the data you are comparing are for both two different groups, boys in mathematics, girls in mathematics, then you have to go for an uncorrelated T. And in uncorrelated T, you can have means different. Supposing there are 50 boys and 30 girls, and you want to compare them. You can do the T-test uncorrelated T with unequal n. Uncorrelated T with equal n. N is the number of cases. But correlated is always same number because it is the same group. Now this is the T-test, and once you find out the T value, you can go to the table to find out whether that T is significant or not. And you have two levels of testing. Significant testing, I have already told you, 0.05, 0.01. If it is significant at 0.5, you confirm your finding by 95%. If it is significant at 0.1, you confirm it by 99%. That is all about T-test. Any question about t-test, or else I will move to next kind of thing. T-test विषय how calculation केमती हबो, format of calculation, it is being provided in your book as an example. If you have any question, if you have gone through the book, you have any question about calculation, you can ask me. T-test by formula, mean 1, difference mean 2 by standard error of difference. That is the ratio. You will have to find out the difference between mean 1 and mean 2, and you will divide it by standard error of difference. Then you will get the T. Any question about t-test? Acha. If you have no question, that's my next thing is analysis of variance. ANOVA. I will be telling you all different kinds of statistical procedures one by one. ANOVA. What is ANOVA? When you have two groups to compare, you use t-test. But when you have more groups to compare, more than two, you are supposed to use ANOVA. One way ANOVA. Supposing you want to compare 5 groups. I am telling you the kind of situation you are supposed to compare. Supposing a medicine company wants to fix up the dose of a medicine, daily dose of a medicine. Whether it will be 1 tablet, it will be 2 tablets, it will be 3 tablets, it will be 4 tablets. The fixing of the medicine dose, what is the most ideal dose for supposing a particular, supposing fever. Fever pay, what is the ideal dose for a medicine? Dinuk gote, dinuk dita, dinuk tinta, dinuk charita. That has to be taken, decided. What he will do? He will take 20 people, give them 1 tablet a day. 20 people, give them 2 tablets a day. Another 20 people, 3 tablets a day. Another 20 people, 4 tablets a day. And record their temperature as normal temperature or not. A reduction in temperature, whatever. Now he wants to compare the which group is better. And here, because there are 4 groups, supposing someone will say, I will conduct 1, 2 t-test, 2, 3 t-test, 3, 4 t-test, 1, 4 t-test, like that. There will be many more t's compared, but that is not also the model to do that. What you can do? You can do analysis of variance. One way ANOVA. That there you can do. And what is analysis of variance? Every statistical analysis is a kind of analysis of variance. But ANOVA, I am telling what is analysis of variance. And here you are supposed to know about what is the variance. Then only you will be understanding about the analysis of variance. And so what is the variance? Then supposing there are 10 students and all of them have secured 15 marks, each of them has secured 15 marks in English. Is there any variance among them? Do you think that they have any kind of variance among them? Samaste 15 rakhichanti. Everybody has secured 15. Variance is a reference from the deviation from the mean. What will be their mean if everybody has secured 15?
15.
15. And deviation from the mean, anybody is having a deviation?
No, sir.
Everybody? No. So deviation is 0. Variance is 0. Variance is a measure as a deviation from the mean. If there is mean is, everybody's score is equal to mean, there will be no deviation. 15 minus 15, 0. 15 minus 15, 0. Everybody, and the total set has a 0 deviation, 0 variance. And when there is a deviation, actually, but this is, I am talking to you in practical case. But actually, if you take 10 marks of 10 students, they will have different marks. Not that they will, all of them will have 15. Someone 15, someone 14, someone 17, someone 9, someone 16, someone 11, like that. And now, if you take a variance, if you take a mean, find out the difference between score and the mean, each score and the mean, then square the score deviations, and get a standard measure of mean, which we call variance, which we call standard deviation. Variance is actually square of the standard deviation. And that variance, supposing there are 15 students in the class and they have secured different marks. Now the question is why? Why they have different marks? They are reading in the same class. Same teacher is teaching them. But they are not
Intelligence.
securing.
So
There
their
is
intelligence.
anyway, we can say that something is the cause for this variation. Maybe intellectual level different, maybe social level different, maybe reading time different, maybe anything. But the difference is happening to them for certain causes or reasons. କିଛି କାରଣ ଯୋଗୁ ସେ difference ଘଟୁଛି. That is scientifically clear. If someone has secured 15 and someone 10, there is some reason. We cannot say that. And supposing we want to find out the reason, the best reason for that. Supposing there are 10 students in one class being taught by a teacher and 10 students in another class being taught by a teacher, another teacher. And we find that there is a variance among them between class A and class B. That is a difference. Now, this variation, this can suggest that the variation can come from two sources. One unknown source and one known source. Here for these two groups of students, if there is variation, one known source is that teacher, because some group is having a better teacher than the other group. Therefore, the variation is due to the teacher quality. And another part of their variation is due to the kind of things that we don't know. That means I am trying to tell you, convince you about what is ANOVA and what is the logic of ANOVA. That will be a kind of question for you. What is ANOVA? Analysis of variance. And if the group has, supposing you have secured 15 in a paper, in a examination paper, and the classroom average is 10, and you are 5 points ahead than others. These 5 points may have come from some known sources and may also have come from some unknown sources. There are two sources of variance, one unknown and one known. And the known sources we are interested, the unknown sources we call it as error sources. Then in ANOVA, one part of the variance is the actual variance, the variance due to a known variable, and another part due to the variable we don't know. So we put all those variances due to unknown part of the variable as error variance, and the known part of variable as true variance. ତେଣୁ ଆମେ ANOVA ଯେତେବେଳେ କଣ୍ଡକ୍ଟ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଯାଉଛୁ, କ୍ୟାରି ଆଉଟ୍ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଯାଉଛୁ, it is a very simple process of finding out the total variance and finding out what part of total variance is true variance and what part of total variance is unknown variance. Supposing the total variance is 100, true variance is 20, unknown variance is 80. This is ANOVA. ANOVA is just dividing the true variance the total variance into two of its components, true variance, error variance. And now, the final statistics in ANOVA is called F ratio, F statistics. F statistics is just a ratio between true variance and error variance. That ratio, if true variance is equal to error variance, then f will come 1. That means f has nothing significant, sorry, true variance has nothing significant to do. And more becomes the f value, more than 1. As it increases, there is more probability that the variable we are interested is having significance. Supposing, as I give an example, 5 teachers will teach 5 classes. And finally, you conduct a one-way ANOVA analysis on the data of the students' result. Mathematics, 5 mathematics teachers taught in 5 different classes, A, B, C, D, E. And finally, you carried out an ANOVA on the performance of all these classes. And you find that the ratio of true variance to error variance, F ratio, is significant. Then you can safely conclude that the teachers are of different quality. There are some good quality teachers, there are some bad quality teachers. Or teachers' teaching quality are not same. 5 teachers are different. Because the difference contributed by teacher as a true variance, source of true variance, is significant. This is one-way analysis of variance. Any question about one-way analysis of variance? Or else I will go to two-way analysis. Whatever is there in your course, it is one way, then it is two-way. Any question about one-way analysis of variance? You will get only one F value. That is the ratio between true variance and error variance. And that will give you whether the group means are different or not. If not significant, likewise, like T, you will have to go for the F table. You refer the F table, see whether your value is significant or not. If it is not significant, then there is no difference among the teachers. The teachers are of equal standard. If there is difference, you can claim that the teachers are of different standard. That's all. Now, let's discuss about two-way analysis of variance. What is two-way analysis of variance? In one way, you try to examine only one independent variable influence as a true variable, as a true factor, as a relevant factor or an independent variable. For example, here when we are teaching, taking the interest that whether teachers, that is difference among the teachers, we are taking 5 teachers and allowing them to take class and comparing. Only one variable. Teacher is the variable here, your desired variable. But if you simultaneously want that whether teachers are effective, and second also you want whether male teachers are more effective or female teachers are more effective. You are simultaneously interested in 2 variables, gender of the teacher and quality of the teacher. Teacher as in terms of his teaching quality and gender. Means you are using 2 independent variables for your work. You are trying to know the effect of 2 independent variables. Then, this is called a two-way ANOVA design. Means having simultaneously 2 factors, independent variables. And if you are taking, supposing you are taking 5 male teachers and 5 female teachers. Means teachers have 5 labels. And the gender has male and female 2 labels. Therefore, this design can be called a two-way ANOVA of 2 into 5. 2 into 5, two-way ANOVA design. 2 into 5. Because teachers are 5 labels of teachers, gender is 2. Supposing you are interested also in a third gender. You want to know whether a third gender teacher is more effective or less effective. Then you take male, female, and a third gender. Then it will be a 2-way ANOVA, but 3 into 5 factorial design. 3 into 5 design. This is what is two-way ANOVA design, and of course there can be also 3-way when you are interested in more than 2 factors. But in your syllabus it is only 1 and 2. Therefore you understand what is a two-way ANOVA design. Now, in the one-way ANOVA design, you will get 1 F value finally. And that is the ratio between true variance and error variance. But in two-way, that is also same thing is also true about two-way ANOVA. The ratio between true variance and error variance. But here, You have you are in you have interest in two variables. Prathama, teacher standard. You will get one F value about the standard of the teacher, from which you can conclude by, if that F value is significant, you will say that teachers, both male and female, they have different levels of skills for students. Some are good teachers, some are not that good teachers. That you can say. And then next is about the gender. Supposing F value for gender came out significant. Now you can say, by looking at the mean about the gender, you can say that female teachers are better in teaching mathematics than male teachers, or male teachers jaha result asila, result answer you can give a conclusion. That is second F value. And there can be also a third F value, which is called interaction effect. Interaction effect means gender and quality taken together, they can have also some third impact. Teacher's gender has an impact on the student's performance. Teacher quality has an impact on student's performance. And quality and gender taken together, compromised, has a third effect. And therefore, you will get three effects in 2A ANOVA, whereas in 1A ANOVA, you get one effect. And all these effects are tested in terms of a standard called degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom has its own way of calculation. How to find out degrees of freedom of a particular thing, you will get it in your book. Any question about ANOVA? Because it's our last class and I will be just summarizing all different kinds of statistics that you are supposed to know. And next, after ANOVA, we have already discussed the normal probability curve yesterday. Normal probability curve is the reference standard, is a referential curve for statistics. And in that case, you have to know what is a normal curve, what are the characteristics of a normal curve, and what are the uses of a normal curve, how different things are examined. All parametric statistics are supposed to have assumptions about normality, those things that you will read. Next thing is about correlation. I have already told you about correlation, but today I'll just summarize what about correlation. Correlation, generally we are estimating in ANOVA and t-test, we are comparing groups, we are getting comparison among groups, result about comparison among groups, someone is good, someone is poor, someone is better, someone is worse, like that. Similarly also in correlation, we have a different purpose, not the same purpose. In correlation, we have to find out the relationship among two variables, the determining characteristics, the relationship among two variables. Sometimes some questions arise in our mind that this variable is influencing this. Supposing any kind of variable, anybody can say a variable influencing another variable. You can use your common sense also. Any variable that is using
mental health affecting achievement of the
mental health
student.
affecting achievement. Suppose these are two variables. Now we want to establish by research, by conducting statistical analysis, we want to say whether that is true or not. What we can do? We can take some people, we can measure their mental health, and we can measure their achievements. There are scales to measure mental health and scales to measure achievement. Now we correlate. If the correlation comes out to be high, comes out to be significant, then we can easily conclude that there is a significant relationship between mental health and achievement. Or we can give the message that if someone is having good mental health, he can have a good achievement in life, good performance in life. That is correlation. Similarly, also, I have extra day, I told you what is a positive correlation. Here it is an example of positive correlation. That good mental health influences good performance. But there can be something good making something bad. Naiki, can you give an example of something like that? Good mental health means good performance. But something good is creating something bad.
Sir, income rising in income lessen the poverty of our country.
Acha, rising income in poverty. But that is not a related. Poverty is not just rising income means so it is any two
Related to
variable.
sociology.
How did a variable go? সেটা হচ্ছে যে, but that is not a good example of negative correlation. Then the mental health and achievements in out go. ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ବଢିଲେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଖରାପ ହବ।
Uh, ଯଦି ଆମେ
ନାଇଁ rising in କଣ
Sir, rise in diseases due to less availability of COVID vaccine.
ହଁ that you can do. That you can do. Anyway, I got that you understood the relationship, and that is a negative relationship. And correlation estimates the relationship. And now, regression. What is regression? Regression means if we find that the two variables are correlated, then all correlations are not same. Good mental health is influencing achievement. It doesn't mean that everything good mental health, all good mental health is only 100% achievement. That is a strength of relationship, which gives an estimation of the correlation. Correlation कौन 0.7. 0.7 माने 49% they are related. How 50 मनकर आमे mental health और achievement बिचरे correlation बाहर करें. Suppose, and that correlation is 0.7. It is a good correlation. But 49% is the explanatory capacity. 51%, that means we can here conclude that achievement is related to 49% to good mental health. Another 51% is related to something else, not good mental health. And that strength gives us an idea about prediction. Then we can predict someone's achievement from his mental health by formulating an equation from their correlation. So regression is a kind of statistical process by which you will be able to predict one variable. तमर mental health condition दिया गले तम लाइफ रे कौन हबो मु predict कर देबा. If I have a correlation between mental health and achievement, and that process of prediction is called regression in statistics. Regression is a procedure by which, by use of correlation, we create an equation, we develop an equation, and by that equation, we get knowledge about something that you don't know, prediction, that you can predict by regression. But whatever the kinds of predictions are going on about kebe corona down hobo, kon hobo, those are all predicted by some kind of regression equation. That is kind of thing. And next, I will be going to kind of non-parametric statistics. ଯେତିକି parametric statistics ଅଛି ମୁଁ cover କରିଦେଲି, and now it is book 4 about non-parametric statistics. Acha, what is non-parametric statistics? I have said certain things with you earlier. Although we know that parametric statistics are more powerful statistics, more dependable statistics, but sometimes what happens? We are not able to meet the requirements, the conditions, the assumptions of parametric statistics. In many conditions, it happens that it's not getting research data is not always easy as you think it. Sometimes there are different kinds of constraints in order to get the data. Supposing we have taken some kind of population which is very rare, and we will not be getting large number of people in that population. Supposing you are conducting a data on very difficult mental Alzheimer's. You will not be able to get many Alzheimer's around you. Your sample size is very small. And when your sample size is very small, you are not supposed to use parametric statistics. Because parametric statistics is having one of the basic assumptions that the data must be, the variable must be normally distributed in the population. By taking a small sample size, you cannot just justify that. Similarly, whenever you are taking some kind of data, you get it in yes/no condition. In just 1, 2, 3. Supposing I ask you a data, if you are a male, give 1. If you are a female, give 2. If you are write 2. If you are a third gender, write 3. This is a categorical data, and this data is not amenable to parametric statistics. Therefore, naturally, when parametric statistics has its limited applicability, we cannot always get the use of parametric statistics because it has large conditions to fulfill. We are sometimes bound, forced by default to use non-parametric statistics. And therefore, non-parametric statistics has a big contribution to your science and research development. And we have to discuss some of the non-parametric statistics. Lot of things are there, assumptions and all that. You will read them. There is nothing more problem. I will be just telling advantages, disadvantages, those things I will be telling. Now, one non-parametric statistics is Mann-Whitney U-test. That is there in your course, Mann-Whitney U-test. I am telling all these things because you are supposed to not only to know, you are also to calculate. Sometimes you are also likely to get problems on these kind of things, and it's not on in the offline mode, online mode. It's not possible to help you in the problems. Do you have any question about problems? But very clearly, your book that is being supplied to you, the calculation procedure has been very clearly written. You can do that. I will be just helping you to know. Mann-Whitney U-test. I have already told you that there is a t-test to compare group means. But the assumption of the t-test is a parametric statistics. The assumption is that the data must be at least in interval scale. And I think I have discussed the kinds of scales with you. Nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Did I tell you that? Nominal scale, ordinal scale, interval scale, and ratio scale. Rina.
Yes, sir.
I have already discussed. Now, and I have already told you that that is the scale. And t-test can be carried out only when the data is in interval scale, having both magnitude and direction. But less than interval scale, ordinal scale, nominal scale, we cannot carry out t-test. And if we find our data is in ordinal scale, then we will have to go for a non-parametric statistics. And the relevant parallel non-parametric statistics is Mann-Whitney U-test. As a substitute test, you can use Mann-Whitney U-test for your non-parametric group comparison. You want to compare two groups. You are not. It's not possible for you to use t-test. Then you go for U-test, Mann-Whitney. And Mann-Whitney U, what you do, I am just trying to tell you the process, just so that you will be able to know. In Mann-Whitney U, what you do, you rank the data. Actually, Mann-Whitney U presupposes that you will have a ranked data, ordinal scale. But for example purposes, that is given, if you have a book, you can go to page 26. You can refer to page 26 in your book. There are two groups of data, team A and team B. And you want to compare them on Mann-Whitney by calculating Mann-Whitney. Then you rank both the groups from lower score. Supposing I have the data in the first group like 72, 67, 87, like that, and second group 97, 76, like that. That is the data 43 in the second group, and that data will be scored as rank 1. Similarly, 46 in another group, that second group, that combined ranking. This is called combined ranking. Both groups taken together will have first, second, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this from lower score. Lowest score is 1. Then second lowest score is 2. Third lowest score is 3, like that. Then you will have ranks for group 1 and ranks for group 2. Then you get the sigma of rank 1 and sigma of rank 2. Summation of rank 1, group 1, summation of rank of group 2. And from that, you will get a formula U is equal to N1 plus N2 plus N1 into N1 plus 1 by 2. Formula is there in the book. Minus sigma R1. Like that. You see the formula. I don't think it's a very difficult statistics that you cannot do. Just you go through and you will be able to know. And then Mann-Whitney you test. And then comes your Wilcoxon math pair sign. I am telling you different non-parametric statistics in your course. Then Wilcoxon matched pair sign rank test. This is also another non-parametric test which can be used in place of parametric test if your data does not qualify for parametric. Be careful, does not qualify for parametric. Then you will have to go for this Wilcoxon matched pair test. What is the basic process in that test? That is it's statistics. In Mann-Whitney, the name of the statistics is U. In ANOVA, the name of statistics is F. In T, it is small t. And in Mann-Whitney, in matched pair test, it is T. And how we can find out T? Group A, group B. Matched pair. Difference is when this matched pair test is parallel to T test correlated T. Mann-Whitney U is parallel to uncorrelated T. Matched pair test is parallel to correlated T. Same data for two data for same group. Then you have to find out the difference, first data and second data, difference, and then rank the differences as 1, 2. If it is a minus, minus 1, if it is plus, plus 1. You will understand as you look at the calculation. It is very simple. Just I am telling you to help you just some idea. Supposing I am telling you, see, group 1, first test 310, second test 300. What is the difference? Difference is 10. And differences, you will rank the differences. And by that, you will be able to know. And likewise, you have other kinds of statistical things. Cross-Wallis. I am just telling you, for T in parametric, you have correlated T, you have uncorrelated T. In a non-parametric, for correlated T, you have Mann-Whitney U, and for uncorrelated T, you have Mann-Whitney U. For correlated T, you have sign rank test. Similarly, for one-way ANOVA, as we discussed, in parametric, there is a test called Cross-Wallis test, which is the non-parametric equivalent of one-way ANOVA. If you are not able to carry out one-way ANOVA, your data do not fulfill the assumptions, you can go for Cross-Wallis. That is non-parametric equivalent of one-way ANOVA. Similarly, For two-way ANOVA, you have Friedman's ANOVA in non-parametric. One-way ANOVA, cross-Coriolis, two-way ANOVA, Friedman. And all these calculations are very clearly provided in your book. And finally, one of the most important test is chi-square test.
Sir, can I ask a question?
Yes, that is what I want.
So when we calculate ANOVA, it says if critical value is greater than actual value, then it is accepted.
Critical value is greater than
Actual value.
actual value is greater than critical value.
No, sir, for ANOVA, it says if critical value.
What do you mean by the critical value? The value is available in the table. That is called
Yes,
the
sir.
critical value.
Yes, is more than the actual. Is more than the actual value, then we.
I'm explaining the concept. This is a concept which has been very confused among students. It's a confused
Yes,
concept.
sir. It is. Why is it different between? Yeah, the confusion is. Yes, sir.
Let me make it clear. Now, after you calculated whatever statistics, ANOVA, T, correlation, whatever non-man-Whitney, chi-square, whatever statistics you compute, you get a value. And that value is called your actual value. You can call it your actual value, obtained value, your T value, or your ANOVA, F value, your chi-square value. Do you understand that? Actual value is your calculated value. And then you refer to the table. Whatever value you get in the table with reference to your level of significance, it is called the critical value. Table value is called the critical value. And now you have an actual value, you have a critical value. Critical value obtained from the table and actual value you have got from calculation. If your actual value is larger than the critical value, be mindful about this. Never make a confusion about this. If your actual value is larger than the critical value, it is significant. Means you say that your P is less than 0.05, error is less than 0.05. Means your research hypothesis is accepted, null hypothesis is rejected. If your value is less than the critical value, then it is insignificant. Null hypothesis is accepted. Error is greater than 0.05. Do you get the idea? Critical value is always the table value. Actual value is your calculated value. Your calculated value must be more in order to be significant. Any clarification, anybody? Most of the students confused about this.
Yeah, sir. So that is what I was asking. For U test also the same assumption works.
No. That is why I told.
Yeah.
U test with lower values, only U test there is some different kind of things.
Yes, sir. That is what I was confused about. It is opposite.
That is why I told that with respect to all tests, but not you.
Okay, sir.
Anyway,
Thank you so much.
then you are right. Now next, any question? Chi-square test. Chi-square test is a very useful test, many things, and it is a test for comparison of distribution of groups. Frequency distribution to compare the frequency distribution. Supposing, now I give you an example where you have to use a test. Supposing there are 5 grades, A, B, C, D and E. There are 5 grades for an examination. And this year, you find that there is, out of 100, 5 has got A grade, 25 B grade, 40 C grade, 25 B grade, and 5 E grade. This is the frequency. Among 100, this is the frequency. Now, suppose you are interested whether this frequency is deviate from the standard, whether this year students' grade had changed. Supposing after Corona, that will be a kind of provision that you want to know. Then what you can do? Supposing the hypothesis is that, supposing, I'm not saying that it is a real hypothesis. Supposing the hypothesis is that given a true condition, out of 100 students, 20 should be A grade, 20 should be B grade, 20 should be C grade, 20 should be D grade, and 20 should be E grade. That should be the model. If examination, teaching, and everything goes properly, then this will be the kind of distribution. But this year, this is the kind of distribution. Now you want to compare whether this year there is a deviant in the distribution. Then you can go for calculating chi-square. When you say that ideally there should be 20 in each group, that is your expected frequency, FE. We call it FE. Expected frequency. And the kind of data you got, 5 in group A, 25 in group B, like that. That is your observed frequency. Now you are trying to find out the discrepancy between observed and expected frequency. And that discrepancy can be noted by calculating a chi-square. And a very simple formula, chi-square, you have observed frequency. You can find out the expected frequency by some model. And now, FO minus FE square by FE, summation. Sigma FO minus FE square by FE. Sabu observed frequency minus expected frequency square divided by the corresponding FE, and then over addition sigma, you will get the chi-square value. If the chi-square is significant, is more than the table value, you can say this year the result is not confirming the trend of earlier years or standard. This year the result is not, it is a deviant result. This is what is chi-square. Chi-square can be used just to compare an expected observed distribution with an expected distribution. And expected distribution comes from different statistical model. You can have a normal probability distribution to find out the expected distribution. You can call a goodness of fit, chi-square of goodness of fit. That is a normal, that is a kind of provided expected distribution. You can compare. Supposing during Corona time, people coming to Corona, you can make their frequency, different category of people coming to Odisha or a different state. You can make their frequency and their actual frequency other time of an expected frequency. You can have it. Now, with this, I complete your assignment and kind of thing. I just completed, I've explained the basic things about statistics, about this paper, all different kinds of statistics, including parametric and non-parametric kind of statistics. And now, if you have any doubt, anything to share, for 5 minutes we can share, and then anything.
Sir, for chi-square also we do the conclusion we do it on the other test like obtain value is greater than table value. Then null hypothesis is rejected. The same way, right? Like we do in O1.
Same way. If the chi-square value is less than the table value, your obtained value is less than the table value, then the null hypothesis is rejected. It is insignificant. Chi-square is the same as the correlation, and over T same.
Yeah, null hypothesis is rejected, right?
Chi-square value should have to be more in order to be significant.
Okay.
Any other question? Anything that you want to know? You have to prepare the calculation of different problems, including ANOVA, 2 ANOVA, and all that. And I find that the book has given examples. You can do that example and get it done. Anybody having any further question about this, or else the
Sir,
class is
sir,
yes.
sir, if we have any doubts in future, sir, how can we reach out to you for example, will we be
No,
having
no,
any
no.
future classes?
My future class, if it will be there, only we can meet, or else
Okay.
those kind of things cannot.
And sir, I also requested for those 0072 practicals that you have
That I will
mentioned.
send. Yeah, I got your thing and I will send that. And
Okay, sir.
in fact, today
Thank you.
I'm busy from the morning. There is one course,
Oh, okay, sir. I'm
courses of
sure.
study
Thank you
of
so
every
much, sir.
university. Bye.
Okay.
Now it's over. Best of luck. This is a difficult paper. I know
Sir,
all of the papers. Yes, Payal. You want to
sir,
answer it?
actually practical related ଗୋଟେ doubt ଥିଲା
Yes.
MPCL
Practical related doubt you can ask now.
Sir, she has network issues, I guess.
Or network issue. Okay, write it on your screen.
She can write it. File,
Ah.
you can write it.
sorry sir ଟିକେ network issues ଥିଲା
Okay. Okay. Now you can tell. No, she has again network issue. Is it my issue or her issue?
sir
It is
actually
her
mine
issue.
mine actually
ଆଚ୍ଛା
sir ଶୁଣି ପାରିଲେନି sir
ନାଇଁ ତମର ମୁଁ I don't get your question.
okay sir sir actually I was asking the way you and Panigrahi sir conduct your classes that way only we have to write practicals real number 1 2 3 or how to like
ନାଇଁ
which one to
what is your 7 or 14?
7
Now listen to me. I have given you some examples of practical writing. I have sent you some soft copy.
sir I didn't get
Now you have to write, the model is like introduction and then methods. Under methods you have to write subject, sample, whatever the kind of model I have already given to you as a soft copy from my practical book. You follow the same model.
Sir, your practical paper book is not available, sir.
No,
Sujit, he will email me and I'll email you further then.
I will be emailing, but not maybe it is tomorrow because I am so exhausted
Yes,
today.
sir.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
my probably I'm
Sir, which two practicals you conducted? Can I have the names? If you remember only then.
I don't remember. You ask
Because
them.
you are taking too many classes, so I'm not sure if you
No, I don't
remember.
remember. I don't remember.
Okay, no problem.
You
Sujit, I'll message everybody once I receive it.
sir
Thank you.
actually ମୋ doubt ଥିଲା କି
Sir,
sir ଟିକେ doubt ଥିଲା କି sir ଯେଉଁ serial first practical time ରେ କଣ ଲେଖିବେ first class ଟା କମଳାକାନ୍ତ ସାରଙ୍କର ହେଇଥିଲା ତ first practical ତାଙ୍କର ରହିବ ତାପରେ
କମଳାକାନ୍ତ
ଆପଣ
ସାରଙ୍କର ହେଇଥିଲା, ସେ ଯେମିତି କହିଛନ୍ତି ସେଇ ମେଥଡରେ ଲେଖିବ। ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି ଦେଇଛି ମୋ ମେଥଡରେ ଲେଖିବ ବିକଜ ହିଜ ପେପର ହି ୱିଲ୍ ଟେକ୍।
method same ରହିବ sir ଟିଚରଙ୍କ ଅନୁସାରେ ରହିବ
ହଁ
but first
ହଁ
practical ଟା ତାଙ୍କର second ଏମିତି class ହେଇଛି ସେଇ type ର
No,
ରହିବ ନା
ସେମିତି ନୁହଁ। You are asking that. No. You write in one book, you write his practicals first and then my practicals. All my practicals then. Or you write my practicals first, all three, then his practicals.
sir, yours are two, na?
Two,
Not
sir.
three.
Huh. No, I don't know which two or three.
Sir,
Shruti, which
two.
one are those two? Which two
Wait,
are
wait.
those? Can you name them?
Yes. Wait,
Vineland,
sorry. Social maturity violent karo. Wait.
Vineland and
English.
One is
16 PF.
16 PF.
And
16 PA
another,
personality testing, and another is violent social
Okay.
maturity scale test for
these
social
two,
behavior.
these two
Yes,
only I
sir.
have taught.
Yes, sir.
Achha. Now that is you
Sir,
can put. Now order of a presentation, no problem. You can put it in any order. You must have to complete all of them. If his practicals first, then mine, my practical first, then his. That is the best order.
Okay, sir.
yes,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Any order. There is no 1, 2 like this.
And for math will be standard, sir. That's given in the book.
Yes.
सर practical ଟା
Sir,
ଗୋଟେ କପିରେ ଲେଖିବ ନା ଦିଟା ରେକର୍ଡରେ ଲେଖିବ?
One copy will
got
do. But if you don't have one copy, you can do it in two also. If you don't have a larger copy, anyway, my
sir,
class.
it's better than one copy.
Anyway, I am to attend another meeting.
Sir, thank you
And
for your time and knowledge
Thank you,
sharing.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So guys, all of you have started 007. Can we discuss that for a minute?
No, I am not started.
Yes.
So
Not
who,
started, but
yeah. So who all attended all the classes for 007? Preeti, have you started?
Regarding practicals?
Yeah, 007.
No. I'm still in
Actually,
my assignment.
actually assignments that we can still do, but you know, this 007 is very confusing. So, do you have any
The
notes for
practicals, I just had a small doubt. Actually, I've missed lots of classes. So if anybody can help me, that would be very helpful. Like tomorrow,
Kriti?
there is one. Yeah.
Yeah, complete it. Sorry.
Tomorrow, there is some kind of a practical. It is not for our session, right?
No, we are done with all the assignments and practical classes. We are over.
Okay, the practical classes are also over.
Yes, everything is over.
Okay. And assignments, everyone has submitted the assignments as well.
Nobody has submitted.
The last date is 30th April, right?
Right.
Okay. Thank you so much. Like, can I get any what like you had practiced some practicals, right? Can I get any copies of those?
I think Preeti can guide us better. I think she attended all the classes, or
Okay,
Smriti maybe. So
okay.
if you guys can, Preeti or Smriti, if you guys can, guide us, then it will be helpful.
Yeah,
Are we
because
all guys in the
I'm
same
totally
group
nil
somewhere?
about it. I'm totally nil
yeah.
about it. I don't have any idea regarding it.
So you're still to start it.
You can
Exactly.
also message me on WhatsApp.
Sure.
Smriti, what's your number?
7978.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
797823
Yeah.
4552.
So you have attended all Kamalakanta sir
Yes,
classes
yes, yes,
also.
yes.
Any recordings you have for him?
Mobile number 7978234552.
Yeah.
797823
4552.
4552. Yeah.
I think
Any
she is
previous
all.
record? Any previous? Hello.
It's very awkward for me.
We
It's
are so
very awkward for
sorry for
everybody.
making you.
This is so confusing due to COVID. Everything is happening differently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are we all
exactly.
in the same group? Any WhatsApp group that we are following?
Yeah. July 2020. 2020.
First year. That heart
First year.
kind of DP is there. Some blue, yellow. I think so.
DP group
Yeah, group DP.
or my DP?
Group.
Okay. Group. Jagannath Temple.
Actually, the thing is, oh yeah, the temple.
Hmm.
Okay. So the thing is, I'm so new to the city.
Uh,
Everything is so confusing.
I
That's
am
why.
It's
not in
okay,
the
I
city as
understand.
well. I
sir,
am
I
from
have one
Visakhapatnam.
practical psychology book, experimental psychology. Can you ask? Can you send my mail ID reference, future reference,
Nobody has
MPC?
it, Sujit. Nobody has it.
Yeah.
Everybody has to create it.
Acha.
That's the problem. But we can share it on WhatsApp, whatever we are doing, then it will be helpful for each other.
Actually, I'm not a localite. I am from Visakhapatnam. So, can you help me with the coordinator's name to whom shall I like courier all my assignments? If anybody knows.
You can post your assignment. That is true. I went to RC and they confirmed.
Okay. So we have to just
But
directly
you
send
have
it
to
to the
do it.
regional center itself.
You have
What
to
is
call
your?
to RC
But
assignment
your
copy.
depends now. With what is your
Assi-
regional? Which one is your regional center? 2100.
It's 21.
Yeah. So you can speed post them.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Hmm, no problem.
Hello,
So I
Reena.
think yeah,
Even I was
Preeti.
thinking that, yes, in coming days, we
Yeah.
can have, if it is possible, then we can have Google Meet also regarding uh, those doubts. Even I have also not attended those practical classes.
So how many have you attended?
Almost three topics. Only first day I have attended because I too was in confusion, as you told me in the WhatsApp group that it's not ours. So I also take it like this. No, it's not ours. Why should I spend time here? At that time I did my assignment work.
Actually, I emailed Sahu sir, and there was
Okay.
a confusion. But lately, we got to know that it is for us. So what I'm doing is actually I'm trying to get all the recordings for these 007 practicals. I've emailed RC Bhubaneswar also. So as soon as I have it, I'll definitely share it with all because nobody is clear about it.
Okay. Okay. But I'm
So
just
let's see.
thinking
Maybe you.
regarding attendance.
I don't think they will
Hello.
bother that much. I don't think so.
Okay. Because
It is
in
not
that
easy to
practical book,
maintain
it's
attendance. I did not even get an email. A lot of people got an email, but I did not get any email also.
Even
what's
I did not get email. Even regarding the assignments, also I got an SMS very recently telling the last date has been changed to 30th of April. Only then I came to know that the assignments were given.
So Preeti, you are in which WhatsApp group?
I was in IGNU MFPC July 2020, and today I joined that the temple one, the details
So
temple
you
is
are
there.
also there. Now that's a larger group. Actually, we all should be
Yes,
there
yes.
only.
Hmm.
So I think Preeti, you can also join there. And yes, that's a good idea. We can have a doubt clearing session actually
Yes.
in Google Meet someday.
Yeah.
That's a great idea actually.
Like you have mentioned one more group, so you are referring to that group that I should join to that group as well?
No, you are already in one group, I guess. You are in
Yeah,
this Jagannath Temple group, right?
exactly.
So that's a larger group.
Okay, okay. Peaceful.
And Sir is also there, Mishra sir.
Okay.
Reena,
Hmm.
previously, where were you living?
I've come from North Chandigarh, if you have heard about it.
Okay.
That's a problem. So everything has changed for me actually. So it's difficult here. Okay, guys, I take your leave. I think we'll connect over the WhatsApp and
Yes.
let's do the 007 collectively.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye bye. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Thank you.